Okay, so if you're taking your test on this stuff tomorrow, let's get you started on this review. So let's go through these area formulas real quick. How do we find the area of a rectangle? Okay, length times width. Area of a triangle. Base times height divided by 2. Trapezoid. Okay, good. Base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. And then area of a regular polygon. Good. Apothem times perimeter divided by 2. Apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. Okay, so those are just area formulas of 2D shapes that will show up definitely in what we're doing through this. Yep. Okay. All right. So these are the formulas we've been using through this unit. So how do we find the lateral surface area of a prism? Good. pH. P times H. Okay, total surface area. That's for a pyramid, kind of. There you go. P times H plus 2 times B. Okay, for a cylinder, lateral. Two pi RH, and then total of a cylinder. Yeah, 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. All right, lateral of a pyramid. Good. P times L divided by 2. And then total of a pyramid. P times L divided by 2. So same thing as that as lateral, but just adding in B to A the base, which is the difference, and we'll talk about that more in just a second. All right, and then lateral of a cone is what? Pi RL, and then total of a cone. Pi times R squared. Yep. All right, in each one of those, what does the capital P stand for? Good. Perimeter of the base. Remember that of the base is important. That's not just throwaway information. It is important. Okay, perimeter of the base. What does the capital B stand for? Okay, it stands for area of the base. Again, that of the base part is important. What does that lowercase l stand for? Okay, good. It stands for slant height, except for up at the very top when we talked about a rectangle. That's a different L. That just means length. But in our three-dimensional stuff here, these we've talked about this unit, that L stands for slant height. And then what does the H stand for? It stands for the height, or what else do we say about that? Exactly. Okay, it's the distance between the bases. Okay. So, bases, vertices, edges, one of the first things we did in this unit. So the number of faces, how many flat sides does this thing have? 6. 6 planes. Okay, so that's the number of planes, whether it's a square, a triangle, pentagon, hexagon, whatever. Okay, vertices are corners. How many corners does this have? It has 8. Okay, and then edges, lines where planes meet up. How many? It does have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'll let you do the rest of those. Area of the triangle. I'll let you do that. Let's look at number 3 down here. Find the area of this regular hexagon. So what does this lowercase a stand for within this context? The apothem. How long is the apothem for this hexagon? 7.79. Okay. What does this capital P stand for? Perimeter. Okay. So assuming, and it says this is a regular hexagon, all the sides are the same, so they're all 9. So we're going to add up 9 how many times? 6 times. So the perimeter of that hexagon is 54. Now how do I find the area of this hexagon? Good. Apothem times perimeter divided by 2. Which is yep, 210.33. Okay, square feet. All right. Okay, lateral surface area and total surface area. Talked about this a little bit through this unit. Talked about it more yesterday. Okay, what's the main difference between lateral and total? Exactly, that's right. Okay, so lateral surface area, it takes out the area of the bases. Okay, so what is total surface area? Okay, it's the area of everything, including the bases. So total surface area is the area of everything on the outside of that three-dimensional figure, whatever it is. It could be some kind of a prism, some kind of a pyramid, a cone, cylinder, anything. Okay, it's the area of everything on the outside. The lateral surface area just takes the area of the bases out of that. Okay, number 5. What is this thing right here? This is a square pyramid. Yep. Okay, square pyramid. And this asks for the total surface area of that square pyramid. Right. Thank you. All right, so looking back at our formulas, or thinking back to our formulas, how do we find total surface area of a square pyramid? Plus B. Yep. Okay. So again, what does this capital P stand for? Perimeter of the base. All right, perimeter of the base. So how are we going to find the perimeter of this base? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Which is what? 12. Okay, the slant height. What's the slant height for this thing? 5. It just gives it to us on this one. All right, it's divided by 2. Plus, what does the capital B stand for? Area of the base. Yes, so how do we find the area of this base? Just length times what? 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, so now we're going to type that in. Perimeter of the base is 12. Slant height is 5. Divide that by 2, plus the area of the base is 9. So 12 times 5 divided by 2 plus 9 is 39 square inches. Come on in. Come on in. Okay. Next one, number 6. Okay, we have the net of this cube. Remember a net, we talked about this just a little bit. So a net is when you take a three-dimensional shape and you unfold it, okay? It's like having a cereal box or whatever, okay? When you break that box down, cut one of the sides and it just basically unfolds. So this thing right here, if you were to cut this thing out and fold it up, this would turn into a cube. So we want the surface area. So on these, what we're going to do is just find the area of each piece and add them up. Which on a cube, it's easy because it's made up of the same shape for all of them. What shapes makes up a cube? Square. So how are we going to find the area of one of those squares? Multiply length times width. So 1.75 times 1.75. It's 3.06. Okay. So all of these, since this is a cube, are all going to be the same. So now to find the total surface area, I'm just going to add up 3.066 times. Okay. Just adding all of those up. Or the quick way to do that is what? Yeah, let's do 3.06 times 6. What does that give you? 18.36 square inches. Going back to the second page real quick. So on this number 1, how many faces does this second one have? How many flat sides?
7.
It's got 5 rectangles and 2 pentagons, so there's 7 total faces. Here, when we mean faces, we're just saying any flat side. How many vertices does it have?
Oh, man, you got 10.
10 edges? 15. Okay, how many faces does the third one have?
Right here, 9.
Should have 8, I believe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, vertices?
12.
12. Remember, vertice is a corner. There's 12 of those. All right, and then edges? 18. All right. Next one, area of these triangles. So 7.4 times 8.5 divided by 2. Which is what?
31.45.
31.45 square miles. And then this one's 16.5 times 12.8 divided by 2. 105.6. Okay, we did that. We already did those. All right. Okay, next page. All right, number 7. She's going to cover this pillow or whatever. She's only covering the 3 rectangular faces. Okay. So she's only covering the rectangular faces. She's not going to be covering the 2 triangles. She's taking out the area of, she's taking out those bases. So what do we call that when you take out the bases? This is going to be lateral surface area here. Okay, she's not covering the bases. So the bases are out. What do we call this 3-dimensional shape? This is a triangular prism. Okay, it's a triangular prism. Remember, it's a prism. It's got two bases, two triangles. Okay, and the faces are rectangle. So this is a triangular prism. So how do we find the lateral surface area of a prism? Good, P times H. P times H. Okay, so let's find the perimeter of the base. So the perimeter of the base is this triangle, so 10 plus 24 plus 26. 60. And then what's the height of this prism? 24. What does that give you? $1440. Okay. Next one, you're going to find the area of those pieces, add them up. On this one, you're wrapping this gift, which I don't know who put feet on here, but anyways, this is a rather large gift, like stupidly large, but whatever. If you're covering a gift, are you covering the whole thing, or are you going to take the area? Or are you going to take the bases out of that? You're going to cover the whole thing, right? It'd be dumb to wrap it if you're not going to wrap the whole thing. So this is going to be total surface area of a what shape is this? Yep, it's a rectangular prism. So you're going to be looking for the total of a prism on that one. Okay, rectangular prism, but it's a prism nonetheless. Okay, number 10, what shape is this thing? This cylinder. You're finding the total surface area of that cylinder. Number 11, what shape is this thing? This is a cone. So you'll be finding the total surface area of that thing. Next page. We did number 7. Okay, number 8. We got to find the area of these 4 pieces, or 5. There's 5 different things. There's 4 triangles, which all the triangles are the same, and then there's the square base. So how do I find the area of this triangular face? Okay, 4 times 6 divided by 2, right? Base of 4, height of 6, base times height divided by 2. So what does that give you? 12. So every triangle here has an area of 12. They're all the same. Now just have this one base, which is a square of 4 by 4. So 4 times 4 is what? Is 16. So the area that's 16. So now I'm just going to add those up. So we have 12 4 times, and then the one base of 16. 64 square units. Okay, up here, total surface area of a prism is P times H plus 2 times B. So for perimeter of the base, I'm going to add 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4, which is going to be 24. Okay, the height of this thing is 6 plus 2 times B, which B is going to be 8 times 4, which is 32. So 24 times 6 plus 2 times 32 is going to be 208 square feet. I don't know if they're trying to wrap a little car or something, I don't know. Okay, total of a cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So on this one, 2 times pi times 7.3 times 9.5 plus 2 times pi times 7.3 squared. And I'm gonna run out of room or time, so I'm just gonna have to move quick here. 770.57 square units. Okay, next one, total surface area of a cone is pi RL plus pi r squared. So we have pi times, okay, here it says the diameter is 3. So if the diameter is 3, how long is the radius?
1.5.
1.5. It's half of the diameter. So the radius is 1.5. The slant height on this one, they just give it to us right here, so it's 5. Okay, plus pi times the radius, which we just said is 1.5. So pi times 1.5 times 5 plus pi times 1.5 squared. That last part adds in the area of the base, which this ends up giving us 30.63 square inches. Okay, on the back real quick. So you're looking for the lateral of this pyramid. You're going to have to find the slant height on this one. Okay. On number 13, this is a net for what kind of a shape? A cylinder. So a cylinder is made up of 2 circles and a rectangle. So you're going to have to find the area of the 2 circles and the rectangle and just add those up. All right. Number 14, you're looking for the lateral surface area of this pentagonal prism. How do you find the lateral surface area of a prism? P times H. Next one, lateral surface area of a cone. How do you find the lateral surface area of a cone? Pi times R times L. And on this one, you're going to have to find that slant height again. They're also using Pythagorean theorem. And then number 16, you're looking for the total surface area of that prism. How are we going to find the total surface area of the prism?
P times H plus 2.
Yep. Just using those formulas that we already wrote down at the very beginning. Okay, so I'm going to let you work on this for a little while together. We'll get back together at the end of class and go over a few more of these together. Grouped up, go for it. Okay. Lateral surface area of a pyramid. So it's P times L divided by 2. P times L divided by 2. Okay, the perimeter of the base is going to be 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18, which is 72. Now the slant height is over here, okay? The L, I need the slant height. And it does not give me the slant height right now. It's giving me the height of 8, but I need the slant height. So I'm going to redraw this triangle over here just to see this better. So I'm just redrawing that triangle. So how long is this side of this triangle right here?
8.
8. How long is this side down here going to be? 18 goes the whole way.
9.
So this starts at halfway point and goes across. So what's half of 18?
9.
Is 9, right? So that divided by 2 gives me this. So now I'm going to do 8 squared plus 9 squared square rooted. And that's going to give me 12.04. So the slant height is 12.04. Okay, divided by 2. Okay, and that gives us 433.44 square inches. Okay, so we got to find the area of these circles. Pi times 2.4 squared, which pi times 2.4 squared is 18.1. And then we got to find the area of this 6 times 15.07, which is 90.42. And I've got to add those up. 90.42 plus 18.1 plus 18.1. That adds up to 126.62. Okay, I'm just going to quickly throw these. So this is going to be 60 times 24, which is 1440. This one is pi times 7 times the slant height of 3 squared plus 7 squared square rooted, which is 7.62. This gives you 71.82. And then this one is going to be 75 times 31 plus 2 times 387, which is 30.99. That's me tomorrow.